Time now 6:22, and as always, Friday morning, our Chamber Connection, Doug Luciani here. Doug, good morning to you.
Good morning, Brody.
So today we're talking about looking a little bit into the future, into next week, which will be the start of March. And March is actually Reading Awareness Month. Talk to me a little bit about why that's important to the area.
Well, Reading Awareness Month is just a way to remind people how important it is to get kids ready to learn when they get to kindergarten. We found that in surveying kids in kindergarten roundup throughout the area that more than half of the kids really weren't prepared when they got there. And reading aloud to your children is a great way to help prepare them. In fact, children that are read to regularly by the age of 4 have learned an average of more than 32 million more words, or have heard 32 million more words than children who haven't.
Wow. That's a staggering statistic there. Now, what's the Chamber's advocacy in this effort, the March Reading Awareness?
Right. The Chamber actually has been involved with the Great Start initiative since it began in the Traverse City region. In fact, the Great Start coordinator and staff are part of the Chamber staff. And we know that during the ages of 0 to 3, a person's brain develops more during those 3 years than it does all the rest of their life. And during that time, the first and the best teacher for a child is their parent. And so just reading aloud to a child can make such a big difference in terms of whether they're prepared to learn or not when they get to school. And then if they are prepared to learn, the statistics bear out that that child has got a much better chance to succeed in terms of their career, the types of choices they make, whether they stay in school or they don't. So it has social consequences, but obviously it has huge economic consequences. So this is a near-term and a long-term economic development strategy for the Chamber.
Absolutely. A lot of schools just got their MEP tests back, and of course, students being held to a higher standard, now schools being held to a higher standard. So starting them early and getting them on the right foot is certainly important. How's the Chamber going to be participating throughout the month of March?
Well, we're promoting it, of course, but I'm also going to be one of the people that's reading aloud, as I heard you.
Yeah, I'll be reading as well.
Yeah, and that's what we're encouraging is for the community to just get involved. If you're asked to read aloud and come read aloud to a class, please do it. But if you're a parent especially, begin a habit this month. Start this month of reading at least 15 minutes a day to your children or to your child. Read out loud, act out things, use funny voices, be silly with them. They're learning from everything you do, especially during those early years. And you know, it's never too early. So from the minute you bring that baby home from the hospital, start reading aloud to them and make that a lifetime habit.
Well, great information there, Doug. Wish you a good Friday morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Brody.
And of course, you can find a link to this interview and more information about March Reading Awareness Month on our website, upnorthlive.com. Now let's turn things over to Joe Charleville, standing by with a look at your snowy Friday forecast.